Laudetur Jesus Christus. Praised be Jesus Christ. Welcome to this live broadcast of Pope Leo's Angelus address this Sunday, the 24th of August. On behalf of all of my colleagues here at the Vatican's Dicastery for Communication, I would like to welcome you, whether you are joining us through our Vatican Media app, or via our YouTube channel or Facebook, or via any local or diocesan radio station, including EWTN Television, Catholic Faith Network in America, Salt and Light Television, Shalom World Television, Atmadarshan Television, Catholic Television, and radio stations Luminous Radio India, Radio Maria England, and Radio Maria Papua New Guinea. And another very warm welcome goes to all of you who might be joining through our dedicated American Sign Language broadcast, which has been made possible and is always made possible thanks to our friends at DCYIA, which stands for Deaf Catholic Youth Initiative for the Americas. My name is Francesca Merlo, and it will be my pleasure to provide you with the English language translation and commentaries of today's event. Now, in just a couple of minutes, at 12 o'clock noon exactly, in Rome time of course, Pope Leo will be appearing at the window of the Apostolic Palace. That's the window which those of you following on screen can see. The cameras are zooming into it, and he will greet all of the pilgrims in the square. As usual, he will give his reflections for the day, and I will be providing an English translation for that. And after his reflections, he will recite the Marian prayer, and he will do so along with all of the faithful in the square, and of course along with you, with any of you following from home who wish to join. And after that, the Pope usually greets some of the groups who are present, and there are quite a few people present, and at that point it would also be the moment for any appeals, if there are any, but we will see about that later on. And here he is. Pope Leo has just appeared at the window, as you can hear from the crowd.
Cari fratelli e sorelle, buona domenica!
Dear brothers and sisters, happy Sunday!
Al centro del Vangelo di oggi troviamo l'immagine.
At the heart of today's Gospel, we find the image of the narrow gate, which Jesus uses in his answer to someone who asks him if only a few will be saved.
Sforzatevi di entrare per la porta stretta, perché molti.
Jesus says, "Strive to enter through the narrow gate, for many, I tell you, will try to enter and will not be able."
Questa immagine fa sorgere in noi qualche domanda. Se Dio è il Padre dell'amore,
at first glance, this image can make us think, if God is the Father of love and mercy, who always stands with open arms to welcome us, why does Jesus say that the gate of salvation is narrow?
Il Signore non vuole scoraggiarci. Le sue parole, invece, servono.
Certainly, the Lord does not want to discourage us. Rather, his words are meant primarily to challenge the presumption of those who think they are already saved, who perform religious acts and feel that is all that is needed.
Essi non hanno compreso che non basta compiere atti religiosi se questi non trasformano il cuore.
They have not realized that it is not enough to perform religious acts unless they change hearts. The Lord does not want worship detached from life. He is not pleased with sacrifices and prayers unless they lead to greater love for others and justice for our brothers and sisters.
Vantandosi d'aver mangiato e bevuto con lui.
For this reason, when such people come before the Lord, boasting that they ate and drank with him and heard him teaching in their streets, they will hear him replying, "I do not know where you come from. Go away from me, all you evildoers."
È bella la provocazione che ci giunge dal Vangelo di oggi. Mentre a volte ci capita di giudicare
Brothers and sisters, the challenge presented to us in today's Gospel is worth considering.
Egli infatti ci dice che non
While we may sometimes be judgmental towards those distant from the faith, Jesus calls into question the security of believers. He tells us that it is not enough to profess the faith with words, to eat and drink with him by celebrating the Eucharist, or to have a good knowledge of Christian doctrine. Our faith is authentic when it embraces our whole life, when it becomes a criterion for our decisions, when it makes us women and men committed to doing what is right and who take risks out of love, even as Jesus did. He did not choose the easy path of success or power. Instead, in order to save us, he loved us to the point of walking through the narrow gate of the cross.
Lui è la porta che dobbiamo attraversare per essere salvati.
Jesus is the true measure of our faith. He is the gate through which we must pass in order to be saved by experiencing his love and by working in our daily lives to promote justice and peace. There are times when this involves making difficult and unpopular decisions, resisting our selfish inclinations, placing ourselves at the service of others, and persevering in doing what is right when the logic of evil seems to prevail, and so on. Once we cross that threshold, however, we will discover that life flourishes anew. From that moment on, we will enter into the immense heart of God and the joy of the eternal banquet that He has prepared for us. Let us ask the Virgin Mary to help us find the courage to pass through the narrow gate of the Gospel, so that we may open ourselves with joy to the wide embrace of God our loving Father.
Angelus Domini nunciavit Mariae,
et concepit de Spiritu Sancto.
Ave Maria, gratia plena Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ecce ancilla Domini.
Fiat mi secundum verbum tuum.
Ave Maria, gratia plena Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Et verbum caro factum est.
Et habitavit in nobis.
Ave Maria, gratia plena Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ora pro nobis sancta Dei Genetrix.
Ut digni efficiamur promissionibus Christi.
Oremus. Gratiam tuam, quesumus Domine, mentibus nostris infunde, ut qui angelo nuntiante, Christi filii tui incarnationem coniovimus, per passionem eius et crucem, ad resurrectionis gloriam perducamur, per Christum Dominum nostrum.
Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Pro fidelibus defunctis, requiem aeternam dona eis Domine,
Et lux perpetua luceat eis.
requiescant in pace.
Amen.
Dominus vobiscum,
Et cum spiritu tuo,
sit nomen Domini benedictum,
ex hoc nunc et usque in saeculum,
adiutorium nostrum in nomine Domini.
qui fecit caelum et terram.
Benedicat vos omnipotens Deus, Pater et Filius et Spiritus Sanctus.
Amen.
Cari fratelli e sorelle, esprimo la mia vicinanza alla popolazione
Dear
di
brothers and
Cabo
sisters,
Delgado in Mozambico,
I express my closeness to the people of Cabo Delgado, Mozambique,
insicurezza e violenza
who have become victims
che
of an
continua a
unsecure and
provocare
violent
morti
situation
e
that continues to
sfolati.
cause death and
Mentre
displacement.
faccio appello a non dimenticare questi
In asking
nostri
you not to
fratelli e
forget
sorelle,
these brothers and
vi
sisters of
invito
ours,
a pregare per loro
I invite
ed
you
esprimo la
to pray for them,
speranza che gli
and I
sforzi
express
dei
my hope
responsabili
that
del
the efforts
Paese
of the country's
riescano a
leaders
ristabilire la sicurezza
will succeed
e la
in restoring
pace
security
in
and
quel
peace
territorio.
in that territory.
Venerdì scorso, 22 agosto, abbiamo accompagnato con la nostra preghiera e con il
This last
digiuno
Friday, the 22nd of August, we accompanied with our prayers and fasting our brothers and sisters who are suffering because of wars.
Oggi ci uniamo ai nostri fratelli ucraini, i quali con l'iniziativa
Today we join our
spirituale
Ukrainian brothers and
Preghiera
sisters who,
Mondiale
with
per
the spiritual
l'Ucraina,
initiative World Prayer for
chiedono che il
Ukraine,
Signore
are
doni
asking
la
the Lord
pace al loro
to grant peace to
martoriato
their
paese.
tormented country.
Saluto tutti voi, fedeli di Roma e pellegrini dei vari paesi.
I greet all of you, the faithful of Rome and pilgrims from various countries,
In particolare quelli di Karaganda
in particular those from Karaganda in Kazakhstan,
Budapest, e la
Budapest,
comunità del Pontificio Collegio Nordamericano.
and the community, the seminarians and staff
Sono
of the
lieto di
Pontifical North
accogliere
American
la
College.
banda musicale di Gozzano e i gruppi
I am pleased to
parrocchiali
welcome the
di Bellagio,
Gozzano Music Band and the
Vidigulfo,
parish groups from
Carbonia,
Bellagio,
Corlo,
Vidigulfo, Carbonia,
e
Corlo,
Valcavallina.
and Valcavallina, all
Saluto
places in
inoltre
Italy.
i fedeli
I also
giunti in
greet
bicicletta
the
da
faithful who
Rovato
have come
e da
by
Manerbio,
bicycle from Rovato and
e il
Manerbio,
gruppo della Via Lucis itinerante.
and the Via Lucis group, the
A
itinerant
tutti
Via
voi
Lucis group.
auguro una buona domenica.
To all of you, I wish you a very happy Sunday. And with that, we come to an end of this live broadcast of Pope Leo's Angelus, this Sunday, the 24th of August. So whether you've joined us through our Vatican Media app or YouTube channel or Facebook or via any local or diocesan radio station or television station, including EWTN Television, Catholic Faith Network in America, Salt and Light Television, Shalom World Television, Atmadarshan Television, Catholic Television, Luminous Radio India, Radio Maria England, or Radio Maria Papua New Guinea, thank you. And of course, a final thank you to all of you who have joined through our dedicated American Sign Language broadcast made possible thanks to our friends at Deaf Catholic Youth Initiative for the Americas. My name is Francesca Merlo, and it has been my pleasure being with you today. So until next time, Laudetur Jesus Christus, praised be Jesus Christ.